Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on another basic kind of beginner tutorial. It's a simple smoky eye, and I'm going to take you through the steps to how to complete this look. And this works with any dark shade, so don't worry. If you don't want to wear black, you don't have to. I'm also going to be using the blush and contour and strobing palettes from that Ultimate Color Blockbuster kit. So I'm using the Color Workshop Eyeshadow Primer, and here I'm taking a secondary base, which is important for the other shadows have something to stick to. It's from e.l.f. and it's just a black jumbo pencil. Here I'm applying lots of translucent powder underneath my eye to catch the loads of fallout that we will have because we're using black. The Color Workshop Smoky eyeshadow palette from this kit, I really like this. This was actually my least favorite out of all of them, but I still wanted to use it first. So I'm taking that lighter gray color there. It's a smoky kind of gray color once you start applying it. And I'm using a fluffy blending brush to do this. And I'm using that as a transition color. It's going to make it look even smokier. I'm using the darkest black in the palette here and really working that in my brush. I'm tapping off every single time because of the fallout. And here we're patting that into that jumbo pencil on the lid. You're going to want to pat this to eliminate some fallout. You're still going to have lots of fallout, but it will help. Also will help the color not look patchy, and it's going to help you be able to build upon that color because it has something to stick to underneath it. So I'm wiping off my blending brush here, and I don't pick up any more transition color. I'm just going to purely be blending the black into the said transition color there, and I'm applying more black and blending that also. So we're just going to keep blending, and now I'm taking It Cosmetics really fluffy kind of crease brush here. It's clean, and I'm using that to blend down edges. And now I'm to the highlight shade already. It's a light shimmery white color, and I like it better than the stark white matte. So I'm using the shimmery one, and I'm just using that brush to help blend down and use it like a magic eraser. And we're going to apply the black shade on our lower lash line because obviously it wouldn't be a smoky look unless we were smoking out that lower lash line really well and using lots of black. But like I said, you can use this with any color, any dark shade. It comes out beautiful. Follow these steps. And I'm taking a combination of the matte and the shimmery white in the palette and applying that in the inner corner there. And as you also seen, I wiped away the fallout. I'm using that Milani eyeliner that I always use and using that to tightline and using that also in my waterline and lower lash line. Just further that smoky effect. From the Color Workshop, I'm using their liquid black eyeliner. It has a little brush on it instead of the felt tip, and I'm just applying a very thin line of that on my upper lash line. This stuff is actually really good. I love the way it dries, and it's very black. I'm using the Color Workshop mascara, the Lengthen and Seperate one, and it's just okay. Like most of their mascaras, they're just okay, and if you get them on your looks, you can't hardly remove them, and that's the downside to it. So you know, it's just okay for me. So here's the finished look, and I love it. I am loving this lip here. I'm using a lip liner that I got from the set as well, and it's like a hot pink kind of berry tone shade. I don't even know how to explain it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I already applied that to my lips, and I already have a little layer of that lipstick there, which is almost identical to the lip liner, and it's just, what an amazing shade. Here I'm taking the Color Workshop Highlight and Contour palette that came with this kit, and I'm using that shade to contour with there. I'm using my prismatic Mata brushes, and I really love them, and they really get in there. So I'm using that, like I said, just to contour the areas that I want. And I'm using a little bit on the forehead as well. And those are the only places I do any kind of contour or anything like that. I'm taking a fluffy brush, and now I'm blending that contour out so it doesn't look so unnatural and stark and harsh lines and things like that. So I really blend that out. Here I'm taking the blush palette. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm just going to use that peachy blush there. It's the prettiest one there. The blushes just aren't great. You guys saw the swatches. I have to apply this several times to make it look like I have some color. And I mean, it's not horrible. It's nice the kit came with it. Once again, I'm just using the fluffy kabuki to blend that out. And here I'm taking the Color Workshop Strobing palette. And I was most excited for this one, and I feel like after using it on the skin, I was kind of disappointed. And it's still not like crazy pigmented on the skin or anything. It's pretty, but it just, I don't know, it just wasn't great. And I feel like it could have been more, they were prettier swatched than they were actually on the skin, if that makes sense. So once again, blending all that out again. And that is the completed finished look using that Smoky Eyes palette from the Ultimate Color Blockbuster palette, or kit, I mean. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Color Workshop videos. Don't forget to check the description box for additional Color Workshop links, product lists, all that stuff.